All right, as for the MOA about mentoring, we are going to TA that with the understanding that this is one-time money and would not impact the salary offer. So we are going to TA that. We're going to resubmit our last salary offer, and we're going to give you guys some ideas of where the $600,000 can come from. I believe at this point, this union has shown time and time again that we are capable of understanding district finances. I'll go as far as to say the work of this union is one of the major reasons why there is even recurring dollars on the table, because of our analysis of the budget. We've shown it in a magistrate hearing, which we prevailed in. We've shown it in the data that comes in year after year. And once again, we'll show you why this, $600,000 is really insignificant to the district budget, and you guys absolutely could sign off on our last proposal today. So Kyle?
So Dr. Green, from my understanding of the last offer you put across were $600,000 apart.
Yes.
Do you agree to that? So, do you know what percentage of recurring money that represents the district?
The difference between 4.38 and 4.15.
I don't know what 4.38 and 4.15 you're referring to, because our teachers don't understand the percentages either, because not all of our teachers are getting that same percentage raise. Our teachers care about the dollar amount that they're going to get, and our goal is to get $2,425 and as many teachers' hands as we possibly can under the 21 or 22 different state statutes. And that's
to get what? Can I ask?
It's the offer right here.
Our last
offer.
But I didn't hear the 4,000 what you said.
No, I said our last offer was between $1,025 and $1,375 on tiered adjustment, and then the performance raise of $1,400 or $1,050, depending on your evaluation. That for the majority, I don't want to say every single teacher, because we know how complicated the finance system is and where every teacher's on a pay scale, but we believe hopefully 99.9% of all those teachers, if they're highly effective, will receive that with the tiered adjustment. Will receive a reoccurring adjustment / performance raise of $2,425. I believe that's what it's the same offer, so we're not trying to change the offer.
I know. I heard you say 4,000. That's what I was confused
Sorry about that. So when you said it represents, 4.1 to 4.38, the district has over $650 million of reoccurring in their budget every single year. It's less than 1/100% to the district's budget.
Has what in the
Over
year?
$650 million of reoccurring funds. That's not including ESSER, that's not including all this other stuff that you guys have. Additionally, I will highlight this year, we haven't argued with you about the number of staff you're using to calculate the raise. We haven't fought with you about the number of teachers that are retiring, the number of teachers that are leaving, the number of teachers that will actually have an evaluation next year, because you can't keep teachers in the door right now. We haven't, one time have we come to the table this year and fought about that, Dr. Green?
No.
I think
I'm sorry.
I think
I didn't
we've.
hear the
I know.
question.
I think we've accepted when you brought this calculator and you brought the cost. We've accepted whatever you said it was going to cost, because our goal has been what does each of our individual teachers get. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, that you're off. That 100 teachers retire and they don't get the tiered adjustment. Do you know what that 100 teachers would recognize?
I can tell you.
I could tell you too.
100 times.
Well, with fringe, because this calculator includes fringe, is 163,625. I'm pretty sure. We can never get an accurate number from HR. No offense, Dr. Green. That more than 400 teachers have left last year, or are going to retire, or in the process of retiring, are leaving. And that's just on the tiered adjustment with Brevard years. Because when the teachers are replaced, they're not replaced with somebody with 30 years in Brevard. Additionally, on the performance, that would be another 124,000 for just 100 teachers if we're off by that. And then, so obviously, if we're really gonna fight over 600,000, I think we could find it. And you know what else 600,000 would equal up? 10 days of 200 vacancies when you start school. I think last time we checked, we're really close to 200 instructional vacancies. So I think we're really encouraging you, I know it's not you, but we're really encouraging BPS to maybe look at some of that information and realize why understanding that they can't wiggle may not be a.
So we will go back and
A
do that,
terrible
but I
thing.
want to be clear, we're not offering both. If we're talking money, we're not talking that. So when you say we're TAing, we're not TAing anything. Again, I tried to say last time, we have one or the other.
No, I
I'm
have
not-
to stop you there because you keep twisting it around. You said this is one-time money
I
and a
said
raise
we
is
have a
recurring dollars.
finite pot of money that includes both recurring and non-recurring. We're not looking at both.
Listen, that is not, you know, this is not bargaining in good faith right now.
I
And
disagree.
I've let a lot of things slide at this table the last few weeks, but that clearly is not bargaining in good faith. To come to the table and say, this is non-recurring dollars if it's going towards your salary, but now it is, I
No,
mean,
Anthony, that is not what
doesn't
I
make sense.
said.
You said this was non-recurring.
It is a
We
fact.
agree to that.
But we're not
Okay,
doing
this is-
both. We're either talking a
This is not
completion
bargaining
of
in
a
good faith.
salary agreement that includes that or doesn't include that.
That's
Can-
not,
Hold
that
on a
is
second.
not bargaining.
Dr.
in good
Green,
faith.
you have come to this table. You've come to this table. You have said, if we could only agree on health insurance, this was your exact words. If we could only agree on health insurance, then we would know where we stand and we can talk salary. We agreed on health insurance. We even countered the same day with a very small change, and you walked away from the, BPS decided to walk away from the table. Then the next session, BPS came back to the table, and I want to use BPS because I know it's not you personally. BPS came back to the table and said, if we can only agree to this retention stuff, then we can talk salary. Guess what we did? We didn't love it. We agreed to the retention stuff. So now we rejected the mentorship offer last week. You brought it back to the table because on Wednesday you said, well, we can't do this because if we only agree to this, then we can agree to salary. So every single time along the line, BPS has said, if you agree to this, we can talk salary. And the salary offers really haven't moved, and that hasn't been a contentious argument, but I don't think that's truthful to keep saying every time if we only accept this, then there may be more salary dollars on the table. Because guess what happened? In the big spirit things, there hasn't been a lot more salary dollars on the table in 3 sessions.
So let me say this. We can go back and listen to the tape. I didn't say, and I will contend I did not say, if we only agree to insurance, we can talk salary.
You
What I
1000%
said
said that, Dr. Green.
what I said was, we are not talking salary until we agree to insurance. That's what I said.
Can you-
We are not talking, and you can go back and listen to the tapes.
I don't.
I'm not
Not
understanding the
talking
difference in what
salary
you're saying, Dr. Green, but
until
okay.
we finish insurance. What I said about this and what our counter to your 4.38 was that. That was our counter. When we will go back and we will talk again, but I'm not agreeing to that. You've rejected our counter, which was we're at 4.15 and the lead mentor.
These are two different proposals. These
They-
are two different proposals. You rejected our compensation and you brought an MOU separate.
In response.
But let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. Our mentoring program's important.
Absolutely.
Are they going to help with retention?
Absolutely.
Are they underpaid currently?
Yes, we would agree to that as
Okay,
well.
so let's stop with that. And also, when I say we understand district finances to know enough that there's alternative ways to come up with this. That this is an easy little amendment in the ARP grant, and this can be paid for. Vanessa pointed out that we use ARP for these bonus pre-planning days. We know that all those teachers didn't show up for bonus pre-planning. I mean, that will more than cover this amount with a simple amendment in the ARP plan.
I'm just pointing out, our response to the 4.38 was to leave 4.15 on the table and offer that.
That's not how we understood it.
No, that's,
And either way, I urge you to consider the ways to get this money, the ways this is not gonna it's going to be okay. We have 200 vacancies. It is, what did we say, 10 days? 10 days of our vacancies, that amount is paid for, 10 days. We're not gonna hire 200 teachers in the first 10 days of school. It's not happening.
We all hope we do.
Of
We all
course we
hope
do,
so,
but
it's not happening.
all right, so it's 12:30. Do you want to come back at 2? And Dr. Green, if
I'm
you're going to
listening.
walk from the table, please be very clear. You're going to walk from the table because, frankly, I'm tired of the district walking from the table and me talking to other BPS folks
I
and
also
then
want-
saying, why is the union walking from the table? We have coffee today.
I also want to
have
say,
coffee
we have never
today.
walked away from the table without a clear understanding of where we were going. We've not ever, in fact, I was very taken aback when you said on Wednesday that we had left the table before. We didn't leave the table before.
When we were expecting a counter when we offered the 400 FSA card. That you said, here's our health insurance, we want to come to agreement. You said $200 FSA card, we said 400, and you said good night.
Your
So
$400
let's stop
response-
reviewing mirroring. So if you're going
Your
to
$400 response was tied to an MOA. I want to take the recruitment retention bonus and I want to give everybody $650 and a $400 FSA card.
Actually, that's false, Dr. Green. I'm gonna tell you why it's
Okay.
false.
Can we not?
No, we can review mirror real quick. That's false because you brought to the table, if you accept health insurance, we will put $200 FSA card.
That's true. But your response came with the recruitment retention MOA. That's 100% true.
All right.
We had $200 with insurance, but when you responded to recruitment and retention, you said
So are we coming back at 2?
$650 for everybody, and you can raise your FSA to $400. That's what you said.
All right. Are you coming back at 2 o'clock?
I would hope to be back in a half hour.
think
I would prefer not to break for lunch.
I don't think you want a hangry union.
I'd prefer not to break for lunch.
We
Maybe
would-
you could order something.
How about an hour? Are we negotiating over lunch now? The coffee was a big win, so an hour.
All right.
Okay.